court taking. Thank you.
You know, you might be saying all that and the state is conceding.
We will come the concession.
I have a few comments. You know, as you have rightly stated in your ruling, the only issue for consideration here would be whether the charge sheet that we presented before you was proper under Section 134 of the CPC, whether it discloses a known or existing offense, and whether the suspect herein will be able to defend herself or rather understand the charge well enough to put in a defense. And those questions have been answered in the affirmative by your ruling. Yona has also distinguished what pertains to freedom of expression under Article 33 and whether this court can deal with issues pertaining to limitation of some rights under the Bill of Rights, and as rightly stated by the court, and the authority that the court alluded to, the only violations that this court can entertain in line with Section 8 of the Magistrates Court Act are the ones under Article 25A and B. At this point in time, plea taking may not bar the defense from moving to the High Court for a constitutional interpretation. Decisions of any court higher than this one are binding on this court. I have not heard them indicating to us the prejudice that the suspect will suffer once she takes plea. The office of the DPP will also be bound, is also an office that is bound by decisions of the higher courts. When we were here last before you, the argument by the defense was that the charge sheet presented offended sections of the law that the court has dealt with. So, it is our submission that nothing bars the suspect from taking plea at this point. They can move to the High Court for interpretation of the section of the articles that they indicate. Once the High Court pronounces itself, then this court will comply with those orders. So at this point in time, the suspect is before court. The court has indicated that the charge sheet is proper. So we oppose the application for deferment of plea. That is all.
I'll ask the regulatory report on the issue that she has raised of prejudice.
I take it that the prosecution has not controverted our arguments. Other than subjecting a question to us that we have not indicated the prejudice she suffers, that is on record. She has not urged you to find that you suffer any prejudice whatsoever. And to the best of my knowledge, is that the office of the ODPP is an independent office. They are bound by the decision of the Supreme Court or Superior Court. Yes, but not their decision to charge, because that is independent under Article 157. What we're asking, Your Honor, is within the provision of the Constitution at 165 clause 3D that the High Court may have the opportunity of determining whether anything said to be done has been done in accordance with the Constitution. And therefore, that's how we shall be invoking the jurisdiction of the High Court. And the same can even be exercised if we were to invoke the supervisory jurisdiction. But we are not asking the High Court to supervise you because you have not made any error. We're not asking the High Court to supervise you. We're asking the opportunity to test whether anything said to be done by the ODPP has been done constitutionally. That we're not invoking the supervisory jurisdiction. And as such, our argument, Your Honor, remains uncontroverted. We are most obliged.
So, if I can get you right, you say this, if I allow this, it will be a threat to MPs.
I think I'll invite my learned friend who is a political animal to answer that.
Honorable members, yeah?
Yeah, this is very serious, and because this is what you call gathering. Because, as I said in my submission, the role of Parliament is to represent an oversight. You don't represent an oversight in silence. You expound the wishes and aspirations of the people who have voted for you. In fact, it goes to the group norm of the fact that why did you even vote me in the first place if you got me? And that's why we are saying, Your Honor, it is very important that we be allowed to go and make that interpretation, because